Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We are in level 5. We are learning the concept of reduction. The last two classes, we learned some special aspects of Misra Kuraippu in Adi Thalam and Ganda Kuraippu in Rupa Thalam. This class, we will learn how to do Tisra Kuraippu in Misra Chapu Thalam. Before I get into the class, I will start this class with a Thirukural. Kalla uruvan thagaimai thalai peய்து solladat sorvupadum. What is the meaning of it? Kallada uruvan thannai katravan pol மதித்துக் கொண்டு பேசினால் அவனுக்கு இயல்பாக உள்ள மதிப்பும் கெட்டுப் போகும். A person who is not learnt, if he tries to project himself as a learned person, he will lose his self-respect. That's what Thirulur mentions in this Thirukural. With this good thought, we will enter into the class. We are now in level 5. The last two classes, we had seen the technical reduction techniques, especially for in Adi Thalam, how to go about doing a Misra Kuraippu. Okay, in Rupa Thalam, a 6-beat cycle, how to go about doing the Ganda Kuraippu. Now today we will look into the perspective of how to do a Kuraippu in Misra Chapu Thalam. Misra Chapu Thalam, in other ways, I would use a mode of demonstration in Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam, Rendukalai. As I told you repeatedly, again I wanted to table the fact, for a shorter cycle, the reduction may not be as good as or suitable candidate. It's ideal for a Rendukalai Thalam or anything more than Rendukalai, where you have more numbers, so that the gradual reduction, there is a possibility. The more the number, the bigger the number it is, so you can play as many cycles as possible. So we'll have a lot of varieties to showcase. So today's discussion, I'm going to take Retakalai in Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam, which is Tisra Triputai is nothing but a 7-beat, which is a double of Misra Chapu Thalam. Misra Chapu Thalam is Takkitta Takka Dimmi is a 3.5 beat. So when you double it, Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam will be Ta, Ki, Ta, Ta, Ka, Di, Mi. So that is Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam 7-beat. To explain the concept of the one number, as I told you, the rule of thumb for doing, if I have to do in a 7-beat cycle, one number less is 6, you can do a Tisra Kuraippu. So that's a spontaneous answer you can give. Even for any number. For example, if somebody is asking you in Misra Jambai what Kuraippu you can play, you can immediately say Sangirna Kuraippu, because 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 is Sangirnam. First of all, you should also know the terminologies. Again, I want to repeat, because some language I use, you should not be out of completely in no man's land. When I say Tisram, it is 3, Chatusram is 4, Gandam is 5, Misram is 7, Sangirnam is 9. When I say Dhritam, Anudhritam, Lagu, all those things you should be on top of your mind. Technically also you should be equipped on some basic jargons, because these are all very basics which you should not tend to forget. When I say Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam, you should know what is Tripura Thalam meaning is. What is Tisram, does it mean? You should be able to relate, I'm talking about this subject at least. So then, otherwise, if you don't even understand why I'm talking, then there's no point in following the discussion at all. So it will not make any sense to you. So first of all, I want you, when you are visiting these sort of classes which are advanced in nature, I want you to ensure that you are sufficiently equipped to go through these lessons. Then only you will be able to understand and appreciate the ideas and concepts. Having said that, I will get into the class. Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam is 7 beats. When I multiply by 2 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, first half, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's a 14 beat cycle. That is the base I am going to take for evaluating or going to go about the Tisra Kuraippu. Now 14 into 4, what is the mathematics? 14 into 4 is 56 aksharas. So the rule of thumb to play any Kuraippu is to reduce 8 aksharas from 56. So that's the first rule. When you apply that rule, what happens? 56 minus 8, it's 48. 48 is the factor of 6. So when you divide by 6, you'll get 8 times. So when you tell 8 times Tadi Kitatam, it perfectly fits into the Tisra Tripura. Like for 48 aksharas, you can play for 12 beats. After 2 beats, Takadimi, Takajunu, Tadi, Ketatan 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 Tadi. So this Tadi Ketatam into 8 is 48. The 2 aksharas, 2 beats, what you are pushing is Takadimi, Takajuno, plus 48 plus 8 makes it 56. So Tisra Jadi Tripura Thalam, 56 aksharas, you are using this Tisra Kuraippu very efficiently. Now, Tadi, Ketatan 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 Takadam. Takadam, Tarikadam, Takadam, Tarikadam, Takadam, Tadi, 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 Takadam, 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 Ta. Takadam, Takadam, Tadi, Takadam, 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 Tadi, Takadam, 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 Tadi, Takadam, 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 Tadi, Takadam, Ta. Tarikadam, Tagadarigadam, Gadadarigadam, Tarikadam, Tagadarigadam, Gadadarigadam, Tarikadam, Tagadarigadam, Gadadarigadam, Tarikadam, Gadadarigadam, Ta. Now, until now, I will explain. Now, Tadi Ketatum Swarupas. Again, you have to think about. Tadi Ketatum is equal to Tadi Takadatum. Tadi Takadatum is equal to Tadi Tarikadatum. Is equal to Takadatum Takadatum. Is equal to Tarikadatum Tarikadatum. Is equal to Takadagadum Gadadum. Is equal to Tarikadagadum Gadadum. Tarikadatum Tarikadatum. Takadum Takadum. All these are the patterns of Takita Takita. All these are equal to Tadikata. The base is 6. The 6 representations are varied, and you can use any of these varied phrase into this Kuraippu. So that's one thing. Now, multiple of 6 is what? Multiple of 6 is 12. You can't play Tadikata 2 times, there is no, or if you play a lower column of Tadi, Ketatum, you can play that. Tadi, Ketatum, Tadi, Ketatum, Tadi, Ketatum, Tadi, Ketatum, Ta. You can play in a lower format of a Tadi Ketatum and represent. Now, you can also do a multiple of 2, 6. 2, 6 is 12, and a 12 phrase can be interesting. A 12 combination can be 3 plus 4 plus 5 is a good combination of a 12 candidate. Or 5 plus 4 plus 3 is again a good candidate of a 12. Now 12 representations are very many, and we can take all those 12 representations and again play. We will take one by one, and then we will see how it fits into this whole cycle. Now the first 12 I am going to consider is Takadadum, Tatakadadum, Taditakadadum. Takitadum, Tatakitadum, Taditakitadum, Ta. So this is the phrase of a 12 akshara units of 3 plus 4 plus 5. We will use that into the reduction. Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Ta. The absolute reverse is Tati Takadum, Tatakadum, Takadum. You can use also that. Tati Takadum, Tatakadum, Takadum, Tati Takadum, Tatakadum, Takadum, Tati Takadum, Tatakadum, Takadum, Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Ta. You can also sandwich up and down. Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Tati Takadum, Tatakadum, Takadum, Takadum, Tatakadum, Tati Takadum, Tati Takadum, Tatakadum. It can come in a beautiful ladder manner. So the ladder wise, you go up and down. Okay. Now the equivalent of takadam, tati takadam is tarikadam, takadarigadam, kadatagadarigadam. You can use that pattern and use in Tisra Kuraippu. Tarikadam, takadarigadam, kadatagadarigadam, tarikadam, takadarigadam, kadatagadarigadam, tarikadam, takadarigadam, kadatagadarigadam, tarikadam, takadarigadam, kadatagadarigadam ta. So the units of 3 beats is there. So you should never vaguely, you should not tell. When you are telling this, Tarigadum, Tagadarigadum, Kadarigadum should fall for every 3 beats. Tarigadum, Tagadarigadum, Kadarigadum, Tarigadum, Tagadarigadum, Kadarigadum, Tarigadum, Tagadarigadum, Kadarigadum, Tarigadum, Tagadarigadum, Kadarigadum. That should be the slicing. You can't just like that vaguely tell. It should fit into the laya rhythm pattern. Then only that the grip you will get. Now, the other representations. You can use this as a phrase. Another phrase. You can use that phrase. This you can play this pattern. So there are many variations in a 6. When you take a multiple of 6 and then try to do, you get a 12. And this 12 variety is there, the enormous variety is there. Tadiketa tatha diketa tatha diketa tatha diketa tatha. Takata diketa tatha diketa tum. Takata diketa tum is 7 plus 5 is again 12. Takadina tadiketa tadakadina tadiketa tadakadina tadiketa tadiketa tadakadina tim. So takadina is 4, tadiketa thum is 8, 4 plus 8 is again 12. Tak dun 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 ta. So that also you can play. So in conclusion, so it is a question of varied learnings you have undergone. One is rule number 1. Whatever the jati, whatever the thala you are playing, one number down, that Kuraippu you can play. Second, you have to reduce 8 aksharas. That's again rule number 2. Then you can, whatever the arrived at number, you should be able to coinage the phrases. The vanilla is, for example, in a 7, when you are doing a Tisra Kuraippu, 6 is a vanilla. So using a 6-syllable phrase, you can continue doing that as a simple manner of Kuraippu. After 2 beats, after 1 beat, after half a beat and a quarter beat, and then you can start playing the Sarvalagu Faran Mora Korve. Alternatively, a combination of 6 beats, 6-syllable phrases, and make it a 12, and make that 12 an interesting combination of 3-4-5, 5-4-3, and then faran tong gidatega tarikitadega tom gidatega tarikitadega tom gidatega tantangida all these combined, the phrases together, which is a 12 syllabled phrase, you can use that in the reduction model. So also any two phrases of tadikitadum and equivalent you can represent as a Tisra format. As I told you, tadik ketatan 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 tadik ketatan. You can even do the last two tadikitatham in Chatusra, you make it as converted as a Tisra format. It's very nice, it will be very effective. For example, you can do it in half of beat itself. Tadikitatan tadikitaka 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 tadikitaka. So it becomes a very interesting, and you can do the ulta way. First do the Tisram and do the Chatusram. Tadikitaka 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 tadikitaka. Only when you know the grip of this Chatusra, Tisra, the variations and the structure it fits in, you will be able to tell as lucidly as I am telling now. So there are a lot of learnings in it. You undergo each of these. First of all, get the basic understanding. And any one of you are not clear, please let's have an individual review, because these are advanced lessons. I wanted to review individually with all of you and then make it very clear so that you understand it right and you can play in an enriched and enhanced version of these Kuraipus with flourishing phrases, which will be demonstrated in level 6 by our exterior Vidwans who are played in different dimensions. We'll see some classic examples. Until then, Puvanur RVA are signing off. I'll see you in the next class with the concept of reduction of Gandajadi Thalam. In Gandajadi Thalam, how to go about doing a Chatusra Kuraippu. In Misra Jadi Jampathalam, how about doing a Sangirna Kuraippu. And also we will also deal with Misra Jadi Thalam, how you can go about handling a 10 beat like Kanda Kuraippu in an enriched format, because 11 minus 1 is 10. 10 is again, we have already seen in Ganda Kuraippu in Rupakathalam. So we are also going to see a different dimension of, because it's 11. 11 minus 1 is also 10. 6 minus 1 is 5. But these are different numbers, but we will see how it goes in 11. So tomorrow we're going to see some interesting talas as well as part of Kuraippu concepts. Watch all these, get the basic knowledges, and then we'll have reviews for clear. I will clear all your doubts, and I'll see you tomorrow with a similar orientation into other 3 talas. I will sign it off with Thirkural for today. Ular innum mathirayar allal payava kalar anayar kalladavar. What is the meaning of it? Karka vendiya noolgalai katru arivu peradavar uyirodu vaalbavar endru koorum அளவினரே அல்லாமல் தமக்கோ பிறர்க்கோ பயன்படாத உவர் நிலத்துக்கு ஒப்பாவர். So a person, as if a person has not learnt any of the books, he is as though he is living. He may not be treated as he is living in a real sense, but he will be compared to a barren land where it does not yield anything. That's the strong comparison Thiruvalur makes. With this good thought, I'll conclude this class. I will see you in the next class with the concept of how to do Chatusra Kuraippu in Gandachadi Thalam.